Hi, welcome back. Okay, so we're going to continue now with class 2. Now, in our previous class, you will have heard me mention some of the issues that happen when leaving your home country. So let's further discuss this. I'm going to elaborate now. I hope you all enjoyed the tour. So you got a chance to see what my home looks like, and every home is practically the same. They're smaller, some are 1 bedrooms. We have a few studios, 2 bedrooms, and we have 3 bedrooms, even a 4. So we're trying to accommodate family sizes, but we are still prepared for those that come without a family. We can, combine living spaces. All right, so this class is issues when leaving the country, your home country. So let's go back over, some of the things we discussed in the last class. So we discussed, here are the pros: building a new community, establishing wealth, and a future for future generations, so generational wealth building. Escaping social and legal injustices, systemic oppression. Okay, return to your origin and culture and self-government. Now, those are all the benefits, and we're going to measure them against the cons. So the opposite of building a new community that you're going to face is separation anxiety, leaving family, friends, and work, your job, or having to change jobs, change job fields. This presents anxiety. Some people have identified as their purpose as the job that they do. I make YouTube videos. That doesn't mean I'm a YouTuber. I am a prince, and my purpose is to provide for my people. It is not, my identity is not, this aspect of the thing that I do. So a person is so much more. Establishing wealth and a future for children, grandchildren, and future generations, and passing down that wealth. Building a future, the opposite, or the thing that kind of discourages you from that, is job security. Believe it or not, the opposite of building generational wealth is job security. So you get secured in your job, and now the only thing you could try to do is raise your children to take that same job. So let's look at athletes, right? You have top athletes now raising their children to be proficient in the same sports that they were proficient in. And this is their idea of generational wealth. However, that doesn't purport down to us as a people. It doesn't help us as a nation. The sports that they provide are merely entertainment, of which a lot of people cannot afford to fully enjoy, right? So we're only in entertainment and sports. We're not really participating in governing, right? You have some people in some positions, and they're just puppets, all the way up to the president. The true power behind the scenes is coming from somewhere else. And everyone who works in politics or has observed politics knows this, right? That the power is coming from somewhere else. It is not coming from the presidency. Escaping social, legal injustice, and systemic oppression. The big counterweight to this is actually the fear of the unknown. So after you have been oppressed, right, and abused by a system, you tend to think, or you may think, that all systems are the same. You may believe that, or have a fear of being governed by your own people, right? Or learning to govern your own people yourself. You have been oppressed for so long, you may think that taking the step to escape these abuses and these atrocities against humanity, you may think that it is not possible, and you know what you're going to get here, and that may be more comfortable than experiencing the freedom on the other side of the door. Return to your original culture and self-government. So returning to your original culture and self-governing, right? The big counterweight to that, the opposite, the thing that pulls in the opposite direction of that is culture shock. Now, culture shock happens when you leave from one place, go to a new place, and then try to survive there. The social norms, the way the people function together, it may be beautiful, but it's so unfamiliar, you can have an adverse reaction. Some people get even homesick, or they experience physical illness as a product of not being in the same environment. It's like withdrawals, except your withdrawal is from being in a certain location where you know what to expect. And here, you're not getting that. These reasons will lead you to the ultimate decision. And your ultimate decision is, yes, I'm invested. Yes, I'm coming. Yes, I'm going to put in the work. Yes, I'm going to contribute. Or no, I'm staying. And when you're making this decision, you have to be prepared for the truth. You have to prepare yourself to leave. You have to be prepared to come and work. You're going to have to be prepared to reap the rewards, because some people have an issue with that. You know, you want this thing, and it's going to come with all of its rewards, with some you may consider to be drawbacks, but it's what comes with this work. Generational wealth and creating a peaceful and prosperous society that has unlimited growth potential. The things that fight these thoughts, right? You want these things. These are great things. These are the things that we desire as a people. Well, another part to this is time. The time factor is right now where the world is moving. We're looking at civil unrest, the possibility of war, right? These two things means if society continues in its current course, we may be in war in less than a year. We could be in war in a few days. War can turn up at any time. We don't know around which corner that it will be. You're hoping that the people who are in power actually just avoid it entirely. Some of you may be under the guise or belief that you are actually safe in these countries. No country is safe at all, right? Or 100%. So you have to start to think about which countries are the most dangerous. And right now on everybody's list, the United States, right? So you know the major players, the big guys are going to get into a big war that's coming. But in the United States alone, there is much civil unrest, which is creating a powder keg for people to become violent. People against people, neighbors against neighbors. They keep turning us against ourselves, right? The moment somebody says that somebody has done something that they don't agree with, people are getting canceled, and everybody is saying this open world of freedom, and now everybody kind of wants to take those freedoms away and really construct the United States into the nation that benefits them and their interest. Well, it can't benefit everybody's interest. That's the truth. And if a war happens, you're going to end up losing the very people that you wanted to remain and stay with. Your sons, your husbands, the fathers, they're going to get sucked into the war, having to fight by force or face death. And the women and young children who are not of fighting age, they will be afforded opportunities to flee and to go into other countries. So the family will again then be divided. And if this was the thing you were trying to avoid, it may be inevitable. You know that if you stay, you're also going to be guaranteeing your future generation no platform to form generational wealth. If a basketball player who has made hundreds of millions of dollars cannot afford to build or cannot organize a community to build for his own family, right? His next generation has to become a basketball player. It is just another job. It is just another day at the office. It is just another form of slavery. Running out of time, you may not make it out of these coming problems or issues. We've just gone through a global pandemic, and now we're looking at global famine and global war. One need only listen to the supposed experts or go down to your local supermarkets if you're in America and see what was once full and fully stocked. Supermarkets and stores are now half stocked. Some may be going down to a quarter stock. But this is becoming more and more of a problem. Because should war break out and should famine come, more people will die, more fighting will ensue, and more people will be turning on each other. And all the more that you would have wished you had went with some group, any group, to go any place, to start anything, because self-sufficiency and being able to provide for yourself is freedom. It is the greatest gift that God has given us. My personal struggle. So my own personal struggle is I was once married. I also went through a divorce. And in that divorce, I ended up losing my own right to see my children. Not because of some crime that I did, but my ex-wife decided that she would use my children against me and I wouldn't be able to see them. Well, that doesn't mean that I don't build for my children's future. Should they ever come on when they get of age to come to me in the future, I want to have something provided for them. After that divorce, there was another woman that I loved, whom I still care about to this day. When I took this path, there was separation anxiety. She was unable to separate from her work and her social status to conscript herself to start something new or build something new. So we went our separate ways. At that time, I may have appeared a little irrational, seeing things that nobody else saw. But now, in today, the things that I said were coming, they've arrived. And just because I saw things getting there 10 years from now, it did not change. It did not change overnight. It took 10 years. I saw it then, and now everyone is seeing it. And I took 10 years to just build and find the right people and find what I believe to be the right location for the group that I'm starting. I restored my family heritage and my lineage, and I'm able to repair the lineage of others because I've already done it for myself. And I went back after 7 years and spent 1 year back in the States and was able to reconnect with my family, show them that I was okay, show them all that I had done over that time frame, and they respect me all the more for it. That was my decision. Others may not be able to make the same, and that is okay. That doesn't mean that just because you don't come, you shouldn't learn, that you shouldn't know, because we don't know where the final space will be yet at this time. Everyone is on their own journey. Everyone has other things that they may think better. And it's time that you start exploring those options. I think everyone should kind of find their own group, find their own niche. And then as needs are being met and foundations are being laid, and as things begin to fall apart, those groups will rejoin other groups and continue the journey until we find our way back home. It is part of the journey so that as we get together in new places, we all can share about what wasn't the place and why it didn't work. Just because I believe that this system works, everyone who comes also has to believe in it too. It's going to take a lot of dedication and a lot of perseverance for us to get to where we need to go. There's going to be right ideas and wrong ideas. Everybody's going to have to get up and test whatever their ideas are. And we encourage that. You must decide in the way and in the path you're going to go. We want to take this time out to encourage you to join our podcast, join our clubhouse. The description is in the links are in the description below. Our classes are $20 a month, and it's 8 classes a month. That's 2 classes a week. And what you're going to get in those 2 classes is we're going to be going through the laws. We're going to be going through our community structure about how someone rises to a position of authority and what it takes to maintain those positions, and how we're going to divide out and split out so that we continue to grow. Because this is about growth. It's about rebuilding. Please buy our books. We want you to preserve them. These are the manuscripts from and of antiquity. That's also available in our links below. So please get our books. Save them, preserve them. The more of us that have them, the better off that they are to be preserved. Our books are translated in English, but if you want the book in the original text, we have a copy of that also in the PDF. Please go to our website at payhip.com/House of Instruction and download it. And share the information. While we do need all the funding we can get, we believe that the good people who see the vision that we are sharing will donate, or will come and work, or will enroll in our classes, or just buy the books, because everything that we make goes to the community, and those who join in the community are part owners of it. While there is not a democratic process in our kingdom, the kingdom is not just the king's dominion. It is also owned by the people. So while there is no democracy, the kingdom is the people, and the people are the kingdom. Here, you are Jerusalem. And we are here for the sakes of the future generations, not our own. It will take time to build, and the sacrifice is on our shoulders. Our parents didn't make it because of systemic oppression. They left us little to no platform to build on, with survival being the primary goal. They had to survive to get to this point, to where we could wake up and be woke. Being woke, we now have the responsibility to make the transition away from the land of our captivity back to our homeland and reorganize and rebuild ourselves. This is the opportunity we're presenting here. When you get your visas, reach out to us. When you are ready and you're thinking about coming, reach out to us. If you just want to donate, reach out to us. We hope you enjoyed the video and the tour of the last video, and I hope to see you in the class in the future. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.